We are live and kicking tonight, and tonight we have Miss Janet Ramsey from Phenomena
Oh,
Paranormal. I told you I had a day.
I think you have
I
we
get like that. I get like this when I'm tired.
I'm
I've had
locking my business right now because I do not want to go out there. There's something going on here.
something
They
going
think it
on
might
where? There's something going on where?
be. How do you get your grandchildren to leave? I do not want to go out there. Those little monsters. So, yep, I'm locked myself in the bedroom so I can get some quiet.
Get some gorilla glue and tell them they're gonna if they don't knock it off, you're gonna glue their butt cheeks together.
Ooh, ouch.
2 and 4, and they've already been here 2 days. I don't get rid of them until tomorrow. Like,
Oh,
ah.
well, who's watching them right now? Or did you throw them in the corner?
Getting too old for this. No, you're just supposed to drop them off maybe for an hour or two and then go home. No,
I guess
mine
it's
stay for days.
I got the benefit where my place is a little too small, so they don't stay very long. Yeah.
My place isn't too small, but they still don't stay very long.
Yeah. Nah, I
They come
love
up
them
and
though.
see Papa for a while, and then they get tired of me.
Yeah, I'm surprised the youngest one ain't whining to go home yet. Usually 2 days she's good, I want to go home. Yeah. The other ones I can't get rid of.
So, Janet, how'd things go with your fundraiser you guys did that we didn't get a chance to get to because of my scheduling? And
Well, my surgery also happened right around that
I
time
know
too.
I know. I wish you guys would have came because it was a
I would have
blast.
I
And
would have loved to, but
No,
being
we
thrown in
already
as
said
a manager and working 60 hours a week kind of
life
threw a kink in it.
happens. We get it. But no, it was amazing. Yes. We didn't have as many people this year,
Mm,
but the first year we did it, we raised just over $1,000, and we had twice as
not bad.
many people. This time we had like 30 less people, but we were still raised $900.
Yep, that's pretty
So I
good.
guess it doesn't matter how many are there, it's who's there.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty good.
and
they're so much fun and generous, apparently, because we couldn't have done
well,
that with them.
from what I saw, it was for a pretty good charity too.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah, it's for Tail Waggers 1990. They are awesome. They
yep.
um they provide like a pantry for paws program, so which runs like a food shelter.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
just
It's like
go in and say, I can't afford to feed my dog this month, and they're there to hook you up and with other little things, beds, collars, whatever they have.
yeah, yeah.
And they also
It,
provide
it
affordable health care too for your animals.
Yeah, I
So
saw
oh,
that.
that's cool. I
Yeah,
like
I
that. I
was
like
looking
that.
in.
That's cool.
I looked into their website.
Yeah,
yeah, they're
unfortunately, it's expensive when you have your
oh,
fur
and now the
babies and they get
dog
sick.
prices are oh my god, horrible. The prices
But
of
that's the
everything
thing.
is horrible, but I go to buy dog food and it's like, God, why the big jump? Like double.
Everything is a big jump, and it has nothing to do with the cost of the product going up. It's the cost of or the cost of manufacturing or any of that. It's
Yeah.
basically the greed of the corporations.
Well, that plus, places like I don't know. those places that have just say self checkouts. Well, the cost of everything in their stores is rising because they put them self checkouts in, and now they're bitching today. And I read this. This is a true story. They're going to start removing them because their losses went up.
Yep, they're losing
Good.
more. They're losing money because people are
I hate them.
finding ways. People are finding ways of scamming those things.
Well, I said it when they put them in that this is going to make everything skyrocket because people are going to find a way around this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah. Maintenance on all those machines, you know, do the math. It probably evens out to the same. And you got people working, you know.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
economy.
That took away jobs. It's like it made it us. It's like, where's our Christmas party now? You know?
Walmart and all that.
I got a new
Ooh,
toy.
awesome.
I told Joe I was going to do a live unboxing of it because it's a new toy.
That'd be a good idea.
We're gonna be using it on our investigations, especially our Bray Road one.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
can get out there and do some aerial reconnaissance and check stuff out. Get some aerial footage.
You
What's
can
that?
use it around when you come to Michigan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can use that around Eloise. There's supposed to be a ghost exit. So there you go.
Well,
Get up to the roof.
that's already in the works.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, we're planning on the end of July, first part of August. We're gonna take a week. Mark and my wife are gonna take a week off, and we're gonna take a road trip. We're gonna go down. We're gonna go to Illinois first, meet up with Dale and Nick, and then we're gonna head over to Indiana from there. And then we're going to meet up with Jeremy York and a couple other people possibly.
Yeah.
And then, we're going to shoot up to Michigan, and I'm going to be on a mission from God once I get there.
Yeah, he thinks he's a blues brother.
You have to call me God. Okay?
No, I'm God. I'm God. That's Jesus Christ.
No, I'm going to be on a mission to check out the dispensaries.
Ooh,
Oh.
might have to assembly be required to.
Don't forget though, I do live on, part of the old Eloise property. So there's a lot going on right within.
Do you still have access to Eloise?
Do I have access? No. I mean, I know people in there, but talking about doing investigations and stuff.
That sucks that you don't have access anymore.
Grew up there now, and they do their own thing.
It does suck that you don't have access anymore, though. It's a bummer.
So you can even investigate my place. It's supposed to be haunted, the whole area I live in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Remote. That's the remote to it.
And that'll help get into the Eloise Cemetery if the gates are locked.
Yeah, well, it's only
Just lucky to lose it in there.
It's only got like a 20. It's only got like a 26-minute flight time.
It is right behind a model airfield. So people are back there flying stuff all the time. So
well, I was told that this particular drone, before I can fly it, I have to get a permit from the FFA. Or
I figured they'd end up doing that stuff when they're talking they're going to deliver groceries with them.
Supposedly, I have to get a permit to fly it from the federal government thing. So
yeah,
I'll look into it before I actually do fly it. But.
So what distilleries are you looking to go to?
Distilleries.
Not distilleries, dispensaries.
Dispensaries.
Ah, no, you got to go to the distilleries.
No,
There's
no,
some cool ones all around.
no. I'm not. I'm not interested in alcohol. I don't
I
drink.
am.
I
I
don't
am,
drink.
and I do.
I showed my buddies last night after we went off the air a bottle of tequila that was bought about the time we moved in here.
And it's still a
But
full bottle.
damn near, there's only about that much out of it. You know, very little out of that
Mm-hmm.
big bottle.
That's what it looks
And
like folded up.
Ooh, and it's tiny.
Well, it better be. It's brand new.
I think she meant tiny.
Oh, tiny.
But do you know how to fly one?
I do know how to fly them.
Oh, good. All
I
right,
used
that helps.
to. I used to fly 2-meter class gliders. Competition actually.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Then you'll do good. My son got one
He's
Christmas,
gonna
and
crash and burn his first day.
my husband was going to become an expert and help us ghost hunting and stuff. And yeah, 2 weeks for acting, put it away and said, I can't do this.
No, it's not that hard. Come on.
He used to fly the model airplane, so I don't know why. I don't know. Well, I'm sure it is different, but
Oh, I never had the privilege of having any of that stuff when I grew up. You know,
yeah.
I did get a drone, but mine was just a cheap one. I broke it within an hour. I decided to fly it around in the house.
Yeah, we had those little helicopters. Remember the little helicopters? They were big.
Oh, check this out.
They're always zooming through my house. Oh,
That is for.
To hold your cell phone so you can
oh,
see so you get instant video from the cell phone to the cell phone.
yeah. Yeah.
That
That's
is
what I'm
that is
talking
that is cool. That is really cool.
about.
That way you can see where you're going and if you're going to hit something.
And you can record it on the cell phone too.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's an app that I can download.
Well, yeah. If you read the instructions, you might find one.
Yep.
So what's next for you guys? You just got done with this big event. The holidays are upon us, and
Oh, we haven't even started planning for the new year.
you
I
guys
started for the new year.
and you got the show Ghost Buzz going again.
And Carol, right after Christmas, is getting knee surgery done.
Ouch.
So she's going to be laid
Ooh.
up for months.
Yeah, that's going to be painful.
Yeah, knee surgery sucks, dear. I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
I screwed up my knee pretty good when I worked for a trailer manufacturer here in Wisconsin, and I was getting out of the way of the forklift driver because the idiot was barreling down on me full bore, and he was about maybe 10 yards away from me at the time. And I was stepping out of the way, and my foot, because it was winter out, my foot hung up, and my foot wouldn't come loose, and my body, the momentum and the weight just kind of pushed, and my whole knee said, just like that, 180 degrees. And then I had to have surgery on it afterwards. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun.
Was not fun. Wasn't exciting. Wasn't fun.
I mean, we've talked about doing a few things. Oh, yeah, and we were supposed to go to Mansville finally, to
Yeah.
the Ohio State Reformatory. And it's right, we found out it's right after when Carol's having his surgery.
Ouch.
So we declined that one.
Well,
We're
that's-
trying to do that one for 5 years now. And every time I think the spirits are keeping us away.
Well, we've
Yeah,
had
you never know.
trouble because they just come up. They just come up at the wrong times. It happens. We've done that.
Was
You know, we've had a chance to go to. I mean, I'll get a call from Dale in Illinois, and he'll call me out of the blue and say, "Hey, I got a couple of spots that just opened up for this trip we're taking. Do you want to go?" And it's like, shit.
It's like,
You
well,
know,
yeah, I do want to go.
almost
I
last
can't,
minute,
but I
but
can't.
yeah,
or the last minute.
yeah.
I hate that.
It's like, maybe a week's notice, and still, it's like
Wait for
you
the
already got
weekend.
plans. So he calls us up. He called us up once, and he was making a trip to Gettysburg.
Ah,
I could have probably went, but it would have just been me going, and I wouldn't have felt right about that
I don't know
That's us
why.
because
and me.
my wife and Mark would have had to try. Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to get
I wouldn't have cared.
off work at short notice.
But see, I wouldn't have cared because you would come back with video that
Well,
would be
yeah,
hours.
right.
You'd come back with hour
Right.
video.
I'm just saying, at the time too, I would have had to drove myself to him, and at that time, that was a scary thing.
No,
When
at that time
hospital. Wait, when Tanya got put in the hospital and I drove home, man, the highway, there's a highway from the hospital
uh-huh.
right up to my house almost. Okay. And it's just, one road. I don't have to worry about turning off the road until I get to the entrance to where I live. And she got put in the hospital, so I had to drive this big old truck by myself, blind as a fucking bat.
Oh no.
Yeah, home. Oh, I was scared. I mean, I know I was going over that middle line a couple of times. I couldn't see for shit. People probably in the back flipping me off and calling me every name in the book, because I was doing 35 and a 55.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be flipping you off too.
Makes people mad.
Well, I wasn't taking any chances of crashing either.
Well, I don't blame you. I'd do the same thing, but it does make people mad.
But now I can get behind that wheel and drive without
Yeah.
a problem. I can see
And
pretty
now
good.
it's even scarier.
These old reading glasses are just sitting around collecting dust now.
Good. I'm glad everything went good though. That's great. I know I hate wearing these stupid things.
Well, they told me that if I go out in the sunlight and people look at me just right, they'll see sparkles in my eyes because of the implants.
Really?
Yeah, I got to carry 2 cards around in my wallet because they're implants. They're the lens. They implanted a whole lens.
I just realized where's your new guy?
Don't know.
New guy. Jesse.
Oh no. I was waiting for I was waiting for the name to change to the Mark Joe Jesse show or whatever.
No, we're insane asylum.
Insane Asylum. I can't figure out how to fix that on Facebook. It won't let me change it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he didn't even see it. Maybe he's still working.
No, he could be.
I just got excited to see you guys and totally forgot about him for a minute.
Yeah, he was on last Friday, but I sent him the link, and he works, so who knows? He might have to put in overtime. Yeah. I don't know what he does. Do you?
It's the holidays. People are trying to get time.
But it's always possible that there's overtime involved, or working late or whatever. Shit happens.
Oh yeah. Our guest didn't show up on Ghost Buzz last night.
I saw that.
Yeah. His wife's in the hospital, and they were waiting to be discharged, and they were waiting hours. He's like, I'm still here waiting. It's like, that's okay.
We were
We'll wing
we were on a show last night.
Yeah.
it. Who show?
What was that? Damn it. I'm drawing a blank. I think I smoked too much.
That was Nick and
Supernatural Talk.
Supernatural Stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten them a few times. They're pretty good.
It's on part of the Things Network.
Yeah. Yeah. They're part of that too.
Yep.
So you enjoying being with the Things Network?
Well, it all started because I was either co-hosting or like a guest co-host or something, or they just had me on as a guest out of the blue often on
Yeah.
3 different shows, 3 or 4 different shows. Anyway, 4 different shows. So after a while, and talking to Jeremy and Nick and everybody, you know, they didn't have a chapter in Wisconsin, so now they do.
No, there you go. Awesome.
So, I mean, it's part of a way to get parent to create a network of paranormal people in order to have those connections. And you could like
Oh
pick
yeah.
up something like, say you want to go investigate a place in Illinois or something, or you heard something in Illinois and you're like, you can call up Nick and say, hey, what's this about? Or,
Yeah.
the people in Illinois,
Nice little people.
So it just, they've gotten actually, are moving quite fast. I mean, Jeremy started this, I don't remember when, a while back. But they've got people, chapters in Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, here. And
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the website from there to find out the rest of them. But there's some overseas.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I've never actually gone onto their actual page and checked out everything, but I get enough people that share things from Things Paranormal to me. So I
yeah.
catch those shows now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a way to extend our network, I guess, and it gets our show out more.
Yeah.
That's why we had to pick a time slot that was available so we wouldn't overlap with the other shows. So
Yeah.
now we actually got to stay to that hour
And
right now.
I know. See? Yeah, stay in the hour. How you gonna have us as guests? Only be on an hour.
Well, we'd have to end it and keep talking
Just
from there.
back room it.
Yeah.
We've done 2-hour shows. Never
Yeah.
know what happens.
Well, we weren't going to go Saturday because if we do these, we can keep doing this during the summer next year while we're investigating. That whole week-long trip, we're visiting 3 states. We plan to investigate in all 3 states.
Road trips.
Well, I'm gonna like the road trip. So nice big comfy vehicle compared to the little bitty car we used to have, and
Stop at those little locations and putz around for a while and
yep.
the strange off-road things too.
And then we've got a big return plan to Bray Road,
Oh, cool.
and
Yeah.
that's gonna be 3 investigations in one day, or 24 hours or whatever it takes. We're going to Valley of the Kings in the morning, Then we're going to the Stevie Ray Vaughan crash site,
You
and then Bray Road.
guys did the Buddy Holly one, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
yep, we did. That was surreal. It was pretty cool to be out there,
Yeah.
you know, just because of the history. Yeah, just to be there because it's the day the music died.
That's what I like about a lot of places. Not even the investigation. I want to hear the history and everything and know it. And it's great.
Well, that's the good part of this, I guess, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We learn the history of the buildings or the locations or whatever to try to find the answers that we seem to always be looking for.
Uh-huh. For sure. Like I said, we have talked. I really don't want to say a couple of places yet that
That's
I
fine.
think we're going to try to go to this year. We were just discussing it last night, so I don't want to say for sure yet. But they'd be awesome if we can get in them. Then we got a couple residentials coming up. I don't know. They haven't absolutely been booked yet, but those should be probably within the next few weeks.
Right.
So, yeah, but
You know,
we are.
residentials are fun.
We're so busy
Some,
with that charity event, nobody talked about going out and investigating. Oh, now the holidays are here.
fun are they, huh?
Uh-huh. So I ain't be doing nothing. I know the rest of this month. Unless we do the residentials. But
Well, we got shows on what is there? 2 Fridays left of this month? 3?
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
we
there's
got
only like 2 left.
we
Uh,
do every
about
2 weeks now.
So we got 2 more shows, and then we're done for the month.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, we got one more. One more. We're gonna have the Ghost Whisperers on our next show.
Ghost
They're
Whisperers.
Ghost Whisperers. They're from Michigan here. This is actually their first year as the Ghost Whisperers. They used to be known as High Heels and Hauntings.
Okay.
Yep. But the main chick moved, took the name, and so they kind of, they got a couple new people and formed the Ghost Whisperers. But they, like I said, they're a fun team. They were at the charity event, donated a bunch of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna have them on, and they've had pretty busy year. So see where they've been. We haven't done nothing since August when we went to Bobby Mackey's. That was the last thing
But
that
that
we
was cool.
um what a party. Because we went the night before. We're like, we're gonna check it out while, it's working. And talk to some people, and everybody there was so nice and that told us their ghost stories all night long. A
That's
lot
cool.
of experiences there. We got to meet Bobby Mackey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, God, the dancing. Definitely a honky tonk. Reminded me of that movie with John Travolta. What was it?
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy. That's what it reminded me of. But it was
That
so
took
much fun.
place at Gillies.
Yes. And then, like I said, the next day we got to do the investigation. And we hit on a few things. So we still haven't listened to our audio though. Everybody's been bad. We've been busy. Which I gotta hear. I'm trying to figure out something that we caught on camera. We didn't really catch it on camera. We hear it going on. So I want to hear the audio better because I know the recorder was closer. Yeah. So, but yeah, and then the girl that gave us the tour beforehand tells us about some killing that was there years ago. It's the only real confirmed death in the place. And she said, but I'm not going to tell you his name till you guys are all done. It's like, okay. Well, we did everything. We kept getting the name Paul over and over again. Paul. We're getting ready to leave, and I asked her, so what's the guy's name? And she just kind of looked at me for a minute. Like, she wanted me to, like, she was waiting for me to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, well, we got the name Paul multiple times. And she started laughing. She's like, his name is Paul. So it was nice to hear that. And yeah, it was just a fun time. But the hotel afterwards. Oh my God. Stay at the Quality Inn, just up the road from there. We had experiences there afterwards. Whitney went up to the room. We were all downstairs smoking. And Whitney went up to the room, went in the bathroom. And while she was in there, she swore she heard Cassie come walking in, talking. Walks out in the bathroom. There's nobody there. She comes all the way back downstairs. Anybody up there? We're all like, no, we ain't been anywhere. And then, yeah. What? Sorry. But then, Whitney's like our biggest skeptic, you know. She don't believe anything. We go to bed, and Whitney keeps hearing this knocking. It did kind of wake me up at one point. I heard it also. But it sounded really close, like somebody was knocking on the wall next to us, you know. So I just rolled over and went back to sleep. Then, all of a sudden, we get woken up again to something. Well, Whitney says it was running into our room. I say it sounded like it was running out, but we're both waking up to this. But you could feel the vibration even. And we aren't anywhere close to the hallway. So I have no clue what that was about. But Whitney being our biggest skeptic, oh my God, I never saw so much sage in a room. She's lighting it, just swinging it all around. Holy water's flying. She's packing us up. It's time to go, you know.
She saged the crap out of it.
Yes, it did. And it went, like I said, she does not easily get spooked at all. But she was ready to leave there. So I don't know if something fouled us back.
That's fairly funny.
Or if the hotel itself is haunted. Which we did talk to a couple of people that were out smoking, taking breaks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Them saying that, telling us their ghost stories, that they believe it's haunted. So, check that one out if you ever do go down that way.
Well,
'Cause I'd like to go back and just investigate the hotel again.
Sounds
But
like.
I do want to go back to Bobby Mackey's also because they are tearing it down after the beginning of the year sometime. They got to finish up their obligations for paranormal tours and things like that. They're
Right.
tearing the building down. They're keeping the basement though. So anybody's so interested in seeing the well there, and it's still gonna be there, but the rest of it's gonna be all new because it's falling apart. When you got broomsticks holding up the thing over the bar, yeah, it's time
So
to
the
do something.
witches are there trying.
Yeah, what?
The witches are there trying.
Yeah.
You see broomsticks.
Yeah. Oh, yes, but I recommend Bobby Mackey's. I do. It's a fun time. Like I said, yes, go the night before you go when they're in operation because you're gonna have a blast. Everybody was so, like I said, so friendly and willing to talk to you. I don't know how many cameras we got put in our face. Look at this picture I caught, and look at that picture. So they were finding out we're all paranormal investigators.
Yeah, it looks pretty ragged, the bar does.
Yeah, if you look the whole back, because we wanted to do the one bedroom up there, but they wouldn't even allow us to go up there. They're like, it's off limits. It was an awesome place. For sure. Yeah, so if you ever get out that way, even, who knows, maybe on this trip, ain't that really that much out if you got extra time.
Who knows?
Well, by then I should have
That's
quite a
be
few.
rebuilt real soon, but like I said, I want to go back. That it'll be open towards the end of the year, anyways. So
Yeah,
I
well,
do want
by the time we take that
to.
trip, it won't be open.
Probably not, no. But yeah, just to see the difference, if there is a difference now that there's a new building, even though it's still on
Well,
my
yeah, I
property.
guess that if
But
who
I
knows.
just want to see that change, if there is one. I think that would be great. Oh,
I
yeah.
actually
So any ideas of what you're gonna investigate while you guys are here?
no, I got a few ideas, but the one doesn't sound like we're gonna have access or gain access to it. Is the Willow's Weep, the house
I,
in
I've heard of,
Indiana,
don't know that much about that one. Yeah.
and then but there's a couple of places, and my friend that lives in Illinois is going to send me a list of places he can get us access to.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, I'd like to go to Joliet prison because I'd really like to investigate a prison once.
He used to do tours there. He says
So,
it at, that's one of his favorite places and he's gone to a lot of places. He's with Blood Moon Paranormal. Zach
and
Winslow.
everything I've seen and heard and read about since I got my eyesight back, I, you know, get to read real easily now. And Eloise makes me want to go there.
Eloise is a good one. Yes, it is. I will say. Yeah. You guys go there, you're gonna love it. Fifth floor. Definitely. That's what you're gonna want to investigate.
That's what a couple of documentaries said too.
Yeah. The fifth floor is very active there. It's one of my favorite floors. I just hate the last year we did tours there. We did not do the floor.
A lot of
I was like,
walking, huh?
oh, the stairs are a killer, and taking that equipment up. Then if you got to go to the bathroom, all the way back down those stairs. Back, oh, it's crazy. Too many stairs for me. I'm getting too old for that. I'm fine if I just go up there and I stay there. But like I said, we were doing tours, so we had to leave, at certain
Yeah.
points. And I was like, oh my God, it's a killer. But second floor is good too. I like the second floor. They're all great. Who am I kidding? It's a good place to go. Another place is that I haven't gone to yet either. I want to go to Raisin River National Battlefield Park. That is supposed to be haunted, man.
Is that in Michigan?
Yeah. Yep. Raisin River. The War of 1812 happened there. And what did it say about it? But after, of course, the Americans lost. The British, overtook them. Lost.
Mhm.
There was about 500 people left. And then the Native American Indians came in and massacred all but 33 people. So all that stuff going on at one time, people claim all kinds of stuff there. It's
A
supposed
lot
to
of
be
bad juju on that land.
yeah, it's horrible.
Mhm.
You survive an attack, the war, and then you get massacred by the Indians. Oh,
Well, at that time, this was all their land.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I didn't understand that. They were, you were invading their territory and they were defending their land.
mm
At that time, there was probably one hell of a language barrier, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or that fast school disaster site. That's another really good one.
Which one?
The Bath Township school disaster site. That
Okay,
happened.
sounds
That's like
familiar.
it's still today the worst U.S. School disaster. They had like what? It killed 29 elementary students, 6 adults, injured like another 50 something. The guy, Andrew Kilo, he actually killed his wife the night before. Then he blew up the family home, drove to the school that just blew up also, and then blew himself up in the car, which injured
Holy
even
crap!
more. This guy was nuts.
I would say so.
Yeah. But we went there. It's just a park now. But they got a memorial there and everything. And we went there, and I swear we were talking with a little girl. She was just hanging with us, responding to our questions. And then we did a roll call. We figured we'd pretend, school's in session. Let's do a roll call. So we had a list of all the victims. And I'm not kidding. We must have got about 40% every time we'd say a name. We'd get a here, present. We'd get something like that. They
Wow.
were responding to it. And I just can't believe how many we got. It was crazy.
That
Yeah,
place isn't too far out of Lansing. It's like 10 miles.
yeah,
I looked it up
yeah, that place is nuts. And then we,
because I saw a documentary
so
on that place.
of course, we had to wait for quiet time, because there's things going on and stuff. And so we were just talking to neighbors. It was a beautiful day out. The neighbors were out there doing their stuff, and they live right next door. And yeah, they said they've lived there for about 40 years. They believe the park is definitely haunted, and things come over by their houses, and
Hmm.
their teenagers, their kids grew up there. So when they were teenagers, they were always hanging in the park trying to communicate, doing the teenage thing. And so they got some weird stuff happening with them. And yeah, that's a crazy sight to see. Like I said, even just sit in the park, it's beautiful, relaxing. Run your equipment, see what happens. It was good. But what else is around here? There's there's a lot of stuff around here. Actually, somewhere.
Isn't it funny how there's a lot of stuff? Yeah,
I can't.
I grew up in Wisconsin. Until we started doing this, I did not know how strange and weird Wisconsin really was.
That's because you were a part of it.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
The birth of Joe.
Don't need to ask. I'll give it anyway.
Yeah, I love those weird, like weird New Jersey, weird Michigan, weird Wisconsin books. I love them.
Yeah, I got one of those around here.
Yeah, we got the weird Michigan one.
I got the weird
There's
Wisconsin one. And it's
some.
hardcover.
I found
And
out I lived when I lived in Redford, and I lived right down the street from one of the stories in the book. It was House of Goo.
also goo.
House of Goo. It got covered in this green goo somehow.
Oh,
It
yeah.
dropped from the sky
It
and
got
landed
slimed.
on it.
Yeah,
uh,
that is kind of strange. Our first investigation was at Sanatorium Hill. When I was a kid, I had no idea about Sanatorium Hill. The only thing we knew about it as kids was in the wintertime, it was the perfect place to go sledding. You know, because the sanatorium sat way up on top of this great big hill. You know,
oh my God. Yeah, I love those books. I do got another book though. Michigan. It's got a bunch of different places. I'll have to look some up for you. And I'll send you a list also.
don't do that.
Jackson Prison. That's
Oh,
a good
yeah,
one.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. They only it the upper floors were converted into a hotel, or not a hotel, but an apartment building now. But the whole lower level, where they had the solitary confinement and the tunnels and all that still exists. So they do
Yeah.
tours, but they're only historical tours. But they tell you uh you can bring in small equipment, for these tours and stuff. And I think I want to go on one of the tours. I keep mentioning that all the time to my team too. Let's go on the tour. It's the only way you're gonna get to see it. They won't rent it out for investigations or anything like that. Which I
Yeah,
don't know
and then
why.
there's those places that won't let you in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it, probably because it is an apartment building also now, you know, they're probably trying to keep things away from them. But yeah, the residents all there though do claim that their houses, their apartments are haunted. So,
Wow.
I
There's a lot
bet
of things to check out.
that'd be nice to do residential there.
You
Ah,
know,
find
just
somebody.
just for giggles, we'd have to just to kind of tie it in. We'd have to find a spot and make extra time for Michigan and find a spot and do a Michigan dog man investigation.
Ah, that would be cool.
Tie it in with the Beast of Bray Road.
Hmm.
My husband's a hunter, and him and my brother-in-law went out one day, and they swear they think an alien.
An alien, huh?
Alien. They said it was transfluid. I can't even talk. They can see through it.
Translucent.
Oh, here he is now.
Translucent.
Huh? Yeah.
Translucent.
So you see through it.
I do. I didn't do nothing.
I was telling them about hearing alien,
Okay, that's really
and that this alien, it came through the trees. How tall was it?
probably about 11 feet tall.
About 11 feet tall. Comes through, looks at them in the blind, and then just continues to walk off.
I don't do drugs. I wasn't drunk. And I had my son-in-law with me. That shit really happened.
So, I don't know.
And you didn't have a camera.
No, I left the cell phone at home.
Gotta
Yeah,
teach
the
him.
dog man would be cool.
I've seen a
What?
lot of unexplained things in the woods over the years. I mean,
I left the cell phone at home because he was in the deer stand. He didn't want the wife calling him and scaring away the big deer.
Oh, you can't get him in a stand. He ain't going in a stand. Afraid of heights.
no, I hunt on the ground blinds. No, I've seen a lot of different things over the years in the woods.
Yeah.
I would imagine, if you go hunting quite frequently, you would.
No, I've seen a fairy in the woods.
Yeah, I
True
know you
story.
told me the fairy. I saw a fairy also.
Saw a dark fairy flew up to the blind window, hovered around there for about 30 seconds and took off. True story. Hey. There's a lot of things out in the woods, deep in the woods. A lot of people don't see them because they're back in the woods.
Yep.
And there's a lot of hunters that don't talk about it because you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy right now.
No,
But
I actually tend to believe you. I mean, we've researched a lot of strange things around here, and there's a place called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Okay, and if you go out there, you're supposed to take an offering with you of Skittles. Okay, for the fairies that live there and the gnomes that live there.
oh, if I never believed in fairies till about 8 years ago. That really happened. It was probably about 1.5 times the size of a hummingbird.
Hmm.
And,
Well, the Fey realm does exist.
yeah, and they tend to see them there a lot. Now, the one trip that I took, I didn't see nothing, but I was kind of disappointed and upset because somebody decided to tag part of that area.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's
You
mean.
know,
It's just
and
bullshit.
it's kind of an offbeat area, that is kind of got like a natural spring and a stream going through it and everything. It's just a gorgeous area, and it's got a tunnel that goes under the road above, and that whole tunnel is tagged.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm open to anything.
But
the best time that you're going to have an experience when you're deep in the woods, and we don't hunt 100 yards in. We go half mile, a mile back. So when that happened, when we saw that, I believe it was an interdimensional creature.
that's
I
possible
believe,
too.
Good man.
I believe it was passing dimension. I don't think it was an alien at all. But we were about a mile back in the woods, and there was absolutely no light sources, and it was a cloudy night. And it was an hour before dawn, so there was no explaining that.
That it seems like in the area that's been kind of dubbed the Skinwalker Ranch of Wisconsin, it seems like a lot of that activity that showed up on trail cams around there is early in the morning.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. See, most activities in the early morning or just after dawn.
I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions. I mean, because
the only time I get nervous is when the woods get quiet all of a sudden.
yeah, I'd get nervous too. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But we did have that one interesting thing that happened at night, and I still believe that we were either getting too much evidence in one sitting, or something was trying to chase us out of there before dawn. Because the goal that night was to stay out on the property until about 6-7 o'clock in the morning, because that's where a lot of the evidence that we seen on the trail cams was right around sunrise.
Definitely, that's the smartest thing too, about trail cams, and just let them cook. 3-4 months.
Well, this guy's been letting them cook for years. But we got chased off that property by fog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
We're not done with Bray Road yet. We
No, we're definitely going to go back.
Now you guys got stuff out there. Don't give that up.
We've still got footage that people haven't seen yet. When we put that documentary last year together, that was just a fraction of what we've got.
Yep.
So,
where's the documentary, on YouTube or?
Yeah, it's called Hunting the Beast.
Joe calls it a documentary. It's just a bunch of stuff that we put together.
Yeah, it was 2 hours long.
We did the best we could because we're not professionals.
There's definitely a lot of things out there. There's a lot of guys I've hunted with for years, and they've seen some beautiful, not necessarily what me and Chris have seen. And every hunter will tell you that when the woods gets quiet, they tend to get a little edgy.
Oh, well, we gotta go.
Yeah, so you gotta wrap it up.
When's your show? When's your show on again? Ghost Buzz. When's your show?
Thursday nights. I don't know what the next date is. It's 2 weeks from yesterday. I'm good. I'm good at scheduling.
So on the 28th, your next show will be December 28th then.
28th, okay. I was going to say 27th. See, I still would have been wrong.
Maybe next time I'm with you guys, I'll come on. I got some interesting pictures from trail cameras.
All right, well, thanks for having me, you guys.
You can stick around if you still want to chat.
All right.
Who we got next Friday? I got to look it up here. Chris Garcia's next Friday.
Yep. We'll
So,
be talking
we'll
to
be
Chris
back.
again.
Yep, we'll be
The
there
second
next
guy,
Friday,
Texas.
5 o'clock. So stay safe and remember, anything's possible.